It's tough not to talk about the weather in Nashville, as you guys know, from the heat to the storms. There's always something to keep us on our toes.
It's so true, but those shifts in the weather can also cause shifts in our appetite, and that's where the weather chef steps in. She's helping us answer those age-old questions. What's the weather and what's for dinner?
That's right. Jackie's a former meteorologist who is combining her love for forecasting with food. Welcome in.
Thank you so much for having me.
We are excited about this. We know this is actually not your first time in our studio, though. Please start with a little bit of your backstory, because you're also a fellow MTSU grad.
That's right. I graduated from MTSU, and then I had my first TV internship here. And it's just crazy to be back. It looks totally different, but some familiar faces still.
Yes, oh, I love how it all comes full circle. Isn't that true, my friends? Okay, so as you said, weather doesn't just affect your mood, it affects your appetite. So we've got to talk about this new website that you launched, because you can kind of pick and choose, like it goes by where you're at. Walk us through it.
Okay, so when you go on the website, you can automatically put in your zip code. So it says where you are. It gives you the forecast. Then you can filter in that forecast, pick your season, and then it pulls up a forecast for your season and for your exact weather. It takes all the guessing out. You don't have to worry about it. You've got a recipe that's specific for that day and that weather. And I think we all kind of cook for the weather, but we don't realize it.
It's so true. So true.
I love that you're doing what you love. And Jackie also did serve as a meteorologist for about 15 years, so you have that background there. But you brought in one of your favorite dishes. Please tell us about these beauty balls.
Oh yeah, I kind of thought this would be fun for today, because this is something that's so easy, and it's packed with protein. It's packed with, I call them beauty balls because you can sneak in collagen, chia seeds, flax seeds, protein. We all need more protein, we keep hearing, and it tastes great. So what you've got is cashews, dates, a little bit of lavender, local honey, and what you do, you mix it all up in a food processor, and it will clump together in this big ball. And then what we would do is take little pieces from this, and then I can show you right here.
Yes.
And you kind of roll it up.
How big?
In a ball, just kind of whatever. I like to do bite-sized pieces.
Okay.
And then you would roll it in to the coconut. And you've got your little beauty ball. And it's great if you've got kids or if you're on the go, because you can make these. They can be fine in the fridge up to a week, and you know, they're healthy, they're nutritious, and we call them beauty balls because you can sneak in collagen powder, all those things that you don't want to eat necessarily.
Yeah. Which, you know, what's awesome is, again, this recipe, it's all online, but you label which products that you like to use. Like, okay, I was gonna ask you, collagen, we hear it everywhere. What do you recommend using this brand?
I love that brand, and I also like marine collagen too, if you can find that.
Okay.
So either just get it unflavored, because you don't want to taste it, you just want it in there and know you're eating something good. I love those chia seeds, flax seeds, and that is actually my favorite. The one on the end is my favorite protein powder, because it's only got 5 ingredients. Okay. So it's just very natural, very healthy. And again, it's vanilla flavored, so everything tastes great. And you're eating nuts, you're eating dates, honey. There's like nothing bad in this dish.
I'm going in for one.
No, I really want to taste one
Here,
also.
you want one?
You said this is great for kids. Speaking of, you have 2 adorable children.
Thank you.
Do they enjoy this?
They do. So what I do when I make these for the kids, I don't put the lavender in, and they're happy. So you can adjust this. If somebody doesn't like coconut, take out the coconut. I use Meyer lemons because in Santa Barbara we have a Meyer lemon tree and just have tons of Meyer lemons, but you can use regular lemons. You can use almonds and put in cherries. It's, you know, to just kind of make it your own.
Another thing that I noticed on your website is that you use the term garden to table, and you grew up with a garden, so you're well versed when it comes to fresh fruits, vegetables, things like that, but you encourage your guests of the website to have their own. You say start small. Where should people start?
I always say start with an herb garden. That is the easiest. And I mean, if you go to the grocery store and you buy a small thing of herbs, it costs a lot of money. It goes bad in a few days. an herb garden is so easy, and you've got fresh herbs, and I think that makes such a difference in food when you've got fresh herbs. So I like to start with that, and then the kids help me. I mean, we grow everything. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't, but it's fun because you'll go out into the garden and you'll cook what you have. So it's cooking seasonally, it's cooking garden to table, and also then we throw in the weather.
And those kids kind of ultimately inspired this career path for you, right? Tell us a little bit more about being a meteorologist and in COVID, teaching yourself how to cook.
Yeah, I mean, I was on air for 15 years, and then once I had my first child, Bridget, I didn't want those long hours in the studio because I worked evening news.
Yeah.
So I resigned, and then I realized I was home cooking. I have a very hungry husband who's very picky about what he eats. So I was cooking a lot, and you know, cooking for the kids, and this is how it all came about. During COVID, I was making everything a big event, just like setting the table, you know, making it special because you couldn't go out to dinner, candles, tablecloths, and so now I do something called a seasonal tablescape where, you know, it's also for the season, and it just makes eating dinner at home special.
Yes. There's something about cooking a meal for your family and preparing it and have them say, oh, this is so good. But you touched on an important topic, picky eaters. You were able to kind of like mix in the healthy stuff in these delicious balls. Go on the website. How do you serve picky eaters who maybe don't like vegetables?
I sneak them in. I do something called my rainbow soup, and where I chop up every vegetable there is, and then once they're in a soup, you know, with chicken broth and everything like that, the kids don't really realize what they're eating. Another thing I make is turkey meatloaf, and I call them my garden box meatballs, where I chop up every single vegetable in the garden. You saute them cooking up, and then by the time you've got the herbs and spices and the marinara sauce, they don't know how many vegetables they're eating. It just tastes good.
Brilliant.
Smart. Yes. What are some of your other favorite dishes? I saw you have a Nashville hot chicken on there.
Oh yeah, so I'm obsessed with Nashville hot chicken, but I want to not make a mess when I'm home because I don't like to clean the dishes. And so I came up with something where you don't have to deep fry it. I crushed up corn flakes, some panko breadcrumbs, and I wound up baking it. And then I do the hot sauce drizzle at the end, and it's actually really good. So I just put up that on the website as well.
Oh my gosh, so awesome. Okay, quick question for the lady who knows it all when it comes to food. Where do you grocery shop?
Well, here I do a lot at the farmer's market in Franklin, and then Sprouts.
Okay.
Fresh Market's really good too. So I live in Santa Barbara most of the time, so I do a lot of farmers markets there. But here I'd say Sprouts, Fresh Market, I mean, just anywhere.
Okay, very good.
How's the balance with this new career path with the kids?
It's good because I'm already cooking, so I feel like I'm not taking anything away from my family. Like, it's something I already do, and I'm excited for my kids to see me on TV right now.
Yes, hi kids.
Hi, Brett and Bridget.
Okay, so fall's coming up. How do we prepare? What is going to be in season, especially here in Tennessee, that we should be on the lookout for? Obviously, we'll find it on your website, but when we're out grocery shopping, what should we look out for?
Oh, there's this wine braised chicken dish I do with oranges, and I call it, you know when you walk into Williams-Sonoma, that scent? I call it my Williams-Sonoma I mean, you walk in the house and it smells like Williams-Sonoma, and it's just, it's got bay leaves, it's got chicken, it's got nutmeg, and that is probably my favorite fall dish. So that is on the website too.
Well, we will be looking out for it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Everyone, get the weather, curate your day, and get your recipe. You can check out theweatherchef.com for more information.